This person is so strong.
Well, they haven't done anything yet.
The Rasengan ring thing destroyed the whole village.
Yeah. That's true. But they haven't done anything else aside from that.
What? He's in Sage mode too.
Oh, none of the gears! Holy crap, he touched all those. Oh my god. Substitution! Holy shit!
Did he? Look at him there. Holy crap, man, that was a close one.
Yo, it's totally like an evil Naruto.
Is it?
They're using the same moves.
Okay, but why?
But it's just dark.
Why is he evil though? He has his family here.
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually,
It's kind of weird.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Actually.
It is him. Is it? You're right.
Oh my god!
What is that?
Why is he evil? What about the
Is that
parents?
Naruto or is that MENMA? What the hell is what? Yo, this Naruto can destroy the whole village in one hit.
Kind of looks like if Naruto and Sasuke were one character.
Yeah.
The hair. Oh my god.
Are those like the versions of the
They're
Jinchuriki?
versions of the tail beast, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the tail beast, yeah.
Mass beast, I think.
That means he's way stronger than Naruto. Oh my god. On command!
Yo, this Naruto
He
is way
can't do that,
stronger.
what? How is he gonna win this?
Oh, they got the Akatis, okay? Maybe?
It's gonna go... Itachi Amaterasu? Money. Oh my god, is this enough?
My enemy's enemy.
One-time alliance.
Whoa, what?
I mean, they got together again. Oh my god.
Kurama versus Kurama. It's the same. Oh my god, how are they even staying on?
I think they need to fight on land.
They're just holding on by the fur.
That's so quick.
Oh, how can they win? It's just luck at this point.
Yeah, whoever
They're
lands.
basically the same in terms of power and strength.
This is crazy, man. This movie is insane. Oh, there we go.
This is way too artsy.
I wonder if Itachi knows Sasuke ended up like that. How are they doing that in the air?
Oh my god, it's like a mirror fight. Come on. Oh!
Oh,
Just
is that
a little
enough?
faster. What?
Oh no.
Can he control? No? Can he? Can he? No
my
way.
God. He has freaking Sharingan right now. What?
This is...
Yo, where's the scroll?
No.
Oh no, what happens? He just broke it.
He saw it, he saw it, he saw it. Oh no, 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 no.
Oh my god. What kind of strat is
Substitution?
this?
Something. No. What about Sakura? Sakura's gonna come? Yes!
Oh, is that enough?
Enough to stop it at least. Oh, I love that transition. Oh, Naruto.
Did he use it?
Oh, he did the same thing!
No
oh my
way!
god! Yes!
How did you even think of that? Damn!
Awesome!
You're so smart there.
And he's in like the cape and everything.
That
Oh my
was
god, that was so
crazy.
good. Oh my!
Dude,
I
this-
was wondering when he started running with the kuna. I was like, what's he doing with that? Oh my god! Oh, they actually came. What?
Back.
To protect. To protect.
What?
He broke it. He broke it. Oh, they're going back now.
What the frick? Okay, he needs to tell his end of the story, how he ended up like that.
No, it's just everything got distorted because Naruto came here, so that Naruto had to be evil. Because then he needed a place, right?
Oh, they're leaving already.
So now they're leaving, so that now he's back to MENMA. It still hurts him. That's so sad. Even if they are like from a different timeline, they are still his parents. Yeah.
Holy crap. Did time even pass?
It was just in the blink of an eye.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
Damn.
but he got to keep the cape.
Dude, they're gonna be like, where the hell did he get that?
Look. Oh,
it's gone.
It's gone too. It's okay, he'll get it when he becomes Hokage for real. The prophecy was accurate in that world too, so it'll be accurate in this one.
Back to the regular world. How long has it been even?
Oh my god! ところでさくらちゃん、今度こそちゃんと俺とデートしない？何言ってんのよ。あんな長すぎるデートしておいて。
That was long.
あれがデート？忍者って何って、そう尋ねたことがある。忍者とは忍び耐える者のことだって俺の師匠は言ってた。
どこ行ってたんだ？ずいぶん探したぞ。
イルカ先生、なんで？
まあ、なんだ、少し言い過ぎたかと思ってな。洗って、
So sweet.
See, he still has people that cares about him.
なんでもね。
おかえり、ナルト。
ただいま。
How does Iruka even get into his house?
He's a
They're
shinobi.
that close.
Maybe he opened the window or something. There was no lock on that door.
そして俺の名は渦巻ナルト。忍者だってばよ。
Amazing.
That
Oh
was
my god.
such a
I
good
really love that
movie.
movie.
I really
That's
enjoyed that.
crazy.
Oh my goodness, I really liked that movie.
Like,
Like,
I didn't even know what to expect going into this movie. Like, this was nuts.
yeah. Just like right off the bat, it was already started off really interestingly.
Yeah.
Like having all the characters acting in a different way and
Yeah.
like seeing how they were acting, it was kind of funny because it was completely opposite of what we're used to, and
Like,
it was
we would never have seen that either.
yeah, it was really amusing just watching them. Like there are some characters where it's like, oh, that made me really uncomfortable how they were, and then for some other characters, I'm like, oh, I kind of like them like that kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
But it's good that everything went back to normal in the end.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That was really sweet. Like for Naruto, he was struggling because he kept feeling like kind of somewhat like resentment towards his parents for like choosing that path of like sacrifice when he could have just been with him, right?
Yeah.
So, and I feel like that the way he was feeling or thinking was so normal because he was just so lonely and in a dark place at that moment, right? But when it comes down to it, if he ever feels that way towards his parents, then it's almost like he regrets what they did, like he and isn't proud of who they were, but because of everything that they did, it's what made him who he is as a person, right? And like I think at the end when Iruka shows up in place of his parents, that's kind of reflecting like what relationships he did build because of those experiences. Like he would have never had a close relationship with Iruka if not, right? And like he appreciates and cherishes those people in his life, so he can't look back and regret like his parents' decisions or think like what if, because he's happy how he is right now still. Like he's grateful for the person he is and what he currently does have.
Like in the other world, we didn't even see Iruka sensei.
Yeah, so I don't think they had a relation or anything.
Yeah.
But that was so sweet. And like with the parents too, like the character was just different. And like for Naruto, he respects and loves his parents so much because of like the kind of people they are, right? He's so proud of everything they accomplish, and like for his father to be the Hokage and for him to be like, oh, I'm gonna beat you and become like even a better Hokage, like that's kind of the character and relation that they have in their family. And then I guess like because the lack of that with the fake parents or like the fake Minato and Kushina, it just, the relationship wouldn't be the same, like the dynamic. It's like, yes, there are like the happy times, but then what drives Naruto as a character isn't actually there.
Yeah.
That's what's like lacking.
The other world's parents, they didn't believe in him.
Yeah. And that's like his whole thing,
right?
like believe it.
Because then there's no struggle, right? They're like worried for him. They're not gonna sacrifice anything, right? Whereas his real parents were heroes, and they believed in Naruto and they loved him still. Even though they don't really know him, they still loved him. And Naruto knew that. I think that was the eye-opener for him.
Yeah.
When he wanted to save Sakura, and they're like, no, you're not gonna go risk your life for it.
Yeah, I think so. Because that's like such a key driving factor for Naruto's character, right? Like everything, it's always about other people believing in him. That's what drives him to become better and do what he wants, like accomplish what he can, right? And the fact that his own parents, the ones he loved the most, didn't have that belief in him, they probably hurt him, and was like you said, that's his realization. Is there anything after this?
Is that it?
Is there an after credit scene or something?
No, there's
oh no, there's. I
10
don't think there's anything.
seconds left. I think that's land.
That was such an enjoyable movie, though.
That was so refreshing, honestly.
Yeah, I'm so happy we watched it. Like,
wow. I have to say this has to be the best movie
out of everything
out of all the other Naruto movies. Like this was so.
Well, I mean, we haven't watched all of them, but out of the ones we have watched, we only watched like three. Like three, including this one.
Yeah, but this one so far, I think it is the best.
Yeah, it also, I like that it aligns with the main plot too.
Yeah, it does.
Like him doing a limited Tsukuyomi, like that was so hilarious when he first said it. That was so interesting. But at the same time, I'm like, it does make sense because he wants to kind of scout out like what's gonna potentially happen, right?
Like the plot wasn't too ridiculous. Like, okay, limited Tsukuyomi, like that sounds something that Madara would try to do, right? And then it's just that the plot, it was just an alternative universe, and it was just amazing, right? It's something that actually would work in the actual plot line.
Like it fits in and integrates with the main plot really well, so it doesn't feel like it's kind of
a filler
just slapped
movie
on or anything like that. Like, yeah, it doesn't really affect anything in the main plot, but you can totally see this as something that did potentially happen.
Could have happened.
Yeah.
Because usually with movies and then the fillers, you know, they kind of just cover things up. They introduce some characters and then, you know, they throw them away, kind of. But this was like everyone we know, but they changed it.
Yeah, it was so enjoyable.
Like when the Akatsuki showed up, that was crazy.
That was like a crazy moment, because even Naruto was like, oh no, like they got enemy backup.
Yeah.
And then it turns out they were sent by the Hokage. That was just such an amazing moment.
That's insane. Like, I wonder how that Itachi feels about his Sasuke. Does that mean that Itachi doesn't care about Sasuke? It's the opposite, right?
Well, I feel like not everything is opposite. It's just distorted.
Do you think the clan still
so
exists?
Like, I don't. Yeah, I think
think?
so. I think
Maybe?
so. I think so.
Very
Well, I don't know, but I don't think it's like everything is exactly the opposite. I think just things are slightly distorted.
Yeah.
So it might not necessarily mean like, oh, if they were like this, then it's going to be like exactly opposite. It just
Does that mean Sasuke, let's say the clan did get assassinated, Sasuke just decided, you know what, he's not going to go for revenge. He's just going to live his life. And becoming who he is in that universe, maybe?
Yeah. I think Sasuke's character was the most uncomfortable for me to watch.
Over Lee?
Over Lee.
He was a pervert, but
Okay,
he couldn't even
that
tell
was-
at all. He was like
that
a
was
closet
weird.
pervert or something.
Yeah, that was weird too.
He was worse than Jiraiya. Like, Jiraiya peeped, but he didn't like go take the...
Put clothes on.
Take the... What is it? Did he take the
underwear.
Pentens?
Yeah, the underwear and bra.
And then Neji too. Neji was using Byakugan to pee.
I don't know why. I feel like Sasuke's character was the most uncomfortable. For me, at least. It was.
It was so distorted.
It's because like, I like his edge. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, without that, it's like, it feels so weird. It feels like it's not even him at all.
Even at the end, right, when Sasuke came back, he still had a little bit of edge, you know?
And then the evil Naruto.
Yeah,
That was crazy.
I can't believe you called it.
I think it's the hair. I kept looking at it, and then I was like, huh, is this actually Toby?
The
Or
hair
could it be
did-
someone else? Because remember,
It did look like it.
because then that means that Toby wouldn't act in this fake world, wouldn't actually be Toby then, because things would have been
Different,
changed,
yeah.
right? Like, it wouldn't be the same villain anymore. So I'm like, who would be the actual villain? And it's like, Naruto came he into this world, so what happens to the Naruto of this world? I was like, oh, he's
I
the
thought they
evil
just
one.
replaced it. Like we can say what happened to Sakura. Like she,
That's true.
right?
That's true. Maybe
it's kind of
like
weird.
then her. I feel like because they came into this world, then that character had to be playing this other character, because then now they took
There's
took
two.
the place of that other person, right? So that's why the fake Naruto became like this evil guy. But then the moment everything went back to normal, he changed
went
back
back,
to
yeah.
normal because the real Naruto was leaving this world. So then now he has his place back.
Yeah,
I feel like that's how
but it's
it
like
works.
what happened to Sakura?
Yeah, they didn't really explain that. Oh my god, the scenes when he went home, Naruto, and was looking at the photo books.
It felt so weird.
My heart was like clenching so bad, because we talked about this too, like so many times. We're like talking about, damn, they would be such a happy family if they never died and everything. But like, we were kind of like how Naruto was thinking at the start of the movie, right? Like, we were kind of thinking like, oh, this day would be like this. But it's like, then Naruto would not be the Naruto that we know, the guy that we cherish and love, right? Because then his experiences would have been different. But it was still really painful seeing this, just because
It's really cute seeing
they're
this,
so
but
wholesome.
it's just
cute.
it never happened, right? So for Naruto seeing this, it's like us seeing it for the first time too, right? Like there's no feelings to it. Like he doesn't remember this.
There was feeling for me because I was thinking like this is what would have.
Well, yeah.
like.
Well, obviously that's what would have
Yeah.
happened. But Naruto seeing it, there would be no connection.
Yeah, he was just confused.
He would just be like, I didn't experience that.
And the iconic, depressing swing scene, they made it happy. Like,
If
oh
no
my
one,
God.
if no one knew about this movie, and you just take this picture of like Kushina pushing Naruto, people be like, what is this? Where someone who drew this?
Yeah. Oh my god, I kind of liked the spicy Hinata though.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I must say,
She had a little bit of attitude.
like her outfit was so nice, and then she was just like so bold.
Yeah, she was bold. Yeah.
I really liked it. I don't know why.
It's because she was bold.
Also, like her makeup too was done more like dark than usual. I don't know if you
It
noticed.
It stood out more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's also with like Do you think Tenten's gonna burn those?
Probably. Yo, I'm wondering what happened to the ramen shop owner, man. Is
Yeah,
he
was it
not a
ramen?
ramen shop anymore? That's like the most important question. That's like the highlight of Konoha. Why would they not show us that?
Man, I can't believe the evil Naruto just destroyed the village. He's so strong in this world.
Yeah, that was insane. That's another thing, is like their moves were the same too. He was like the Rasen ring or something like that.
something
I was like,
yeah.
These moves are too similar to
Like,
Naruto's.
but the thing is, Naruto's like, Wind Strength Shuriken doesn't destroy the whole village, you know what I mean? It'll do big damage, but it's not gonna destroy the thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, is that Pain under there at a certain point? Because he's like, did literally almost the same thing as Pain.
Yeah, but I mean the reality is the story,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So like in this, I'm assuming like in this timeline, Pain never came. I don't know. Because Pain is supposed to be a good guy. So in this timeline, Pain never came. So then the event still would have had to happen. But Pain is part of the Akatsuki.
Yeah,
so they're,
Pain is a part of the Akatsuki.
So they're part of the mercenaries. So they're doing good stuff.
Yeah,
still.
but I feel like, doesn't that mean Yahiko still would have died and all that stuff? It's distorted, I know, but...
That's true. I mean, I don't know how far back.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's still kind of weird.
They're not gonna, like, I mean, we're being too nitpicky, I feel like.
but,
they're not gonna rewrite the whole Naruto storyline just for this movie.
But I'm so curious for this thing. Like, honestly, if they, like, made, like, an alternative Naruto Shippuden thing, like, I know they have, like, Boruto, but if they remade a Naruto Shippuden, like, alternative universe kind of thing, I would watch it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm
just
totally
like the
down for that.
characters with
Yeah,
different
like a reboot or something.
Yeah. Not a whole series. Maybe like a couple episodes of like a specific events that happened or something like that, and like how people acted. That would have been really interesting. So awesome.
Yeah, I also really enjoyed that. It was almost 2 hours, this movie. Usually, like, if it'll be too short, it feel rushed, but this one actually didn't feel that long. Like, everything started and concluded very well.
Yeah. Took away Tsunade's most iconic character design.
Glasses too.
I can't believe you didn't notice it. I noticed it like right away. I was like, no, they didn't. They didn't. When the moment they came to this part, I was like, they did not do this to her. That was so funny. And then the way she's talking too, she's more like reserved and everything. Because usually she talks in a very harsh tone, right? But in this time, she's talking. She's like elderly.
She is elderly.
Yeah, but she never, in the real world, she doesn't talk like that.
She is actually acting elderly.
And then she was so weak, like she needed someone to come and like grab her.
Yeah,
you know, usually
how
she'd
can
like
she be Hokage?
break everything.
She's supposed to be strong. But then Shizune like totally replaced her in this world. Like she was wearing makeup too. Like she kind of acting like a rebel as well.
Just the titty part. And then Tauntaun was like I think he was supposed to be a wild boar because it was the dark fur color.
Yeah, he looked mischief. I wonder what happened to Danzo.
Maybe in this timeline, Danzo's a nice guy.
Danzo's a good guy.
Danzo is a good guy in this timeline.
I'm surprised, honestly, knowing how much they love Danzo, I'm surprised they didn't show us.
They did.
Like my head would have been blew even more. Like, boom, Danzo's a nice guy. Like, he did something nice. But
he's the one running the ramen shop.
yeah, like something crazy, right? I would appreciate that, but yeah, we didn't get to see that.
No, because then that means the opposite would be Danzo is not wanting to be Hokage, so he would have chased some other dream. So he would have been like ramen shop owner. He would have replaced the ramen shop owner. He would have had a family.
Maybe
he would have been a good guy.
That would have been so ridiculous.
Actually,
if
yeah,
they
you're
showed
right.
that.
I would have loved to see that.
Right.
I need a follow up for this movie. There's like so many other characters that I'm still wondering.
Yeah, I want to
about.
like see this, man.
I know like this reality doesn't exist, but now they got me intrigued and curious about it. And they just left me hanging.
Like they gave you this idea like of this alternate universe, and now you're like, oh yes, I want more of this.
And also like the whole not just like the story of the movie, but kind of like the message behind everything as well was kind of deeper than I feel like the other movies. Like they actually put in some stuff that like life lessons into it, right? Like how Sakura was kind of like ungrateful for her parents, but the moment they were gone, she like started missing them and earning for them. And then in Naruto's case, it was like he was earning for the parents that he never had, but then he realized that he wouldn't be the person he is right now without the experiences, and he was able to grow through all of that. So I really liked the whole movie like a lot.
Yeah, it's really well done.
It was really done well. Like it was enjoyable from start to finish. Like the whole plot and the villain that they had to fight in this was also interesting. The premise was really interesting.
I didn't see any of this coming. Everything was just like right in your face all the time. I was just like, oh my god, this is crazy. This is good. Even in the beginning, they started with like, I am Naruto Uzumaki. I'm like, come on, we watched this before. We know who you are. And then at the way they ended it, it's like, what is a shinobi enduring? And then he's like, I'm Naruto Uzumaki. Because they showed us like MENMA, right? So now everything kind of makes sense.
I really liked how they tied it in together, like you said.
It's really well done.
But, I don't know. The whole, like, Tsukuyomi thing, though, has my mind, like, a little fucked up nowadays. Because I'm, like, thinking, is it really, like, that bad of a thing if you think about it?
Yeah, if gave Hill this option of the alternative world, I guess it would work. But it's just that he wanted to, like, control everything, you know what I mean? If he didn't do that, then it's kind of like...
He wouldn't, though. He wouldn't. He's the one starting it, but then everyone's dream is based on their own desires. So it's whoever, it's whatever they
But isn't
want.
this the limited one? The limited one, everyone kind of just in their own... They're connected.
In this one, it's, they are
because the canon one, they're all in their own world, right? But this one, they're all together.
Yeah. I mean, I think it, like...
So
kind of starts bringing in like philosophy into this discussion, because then now you're thinking like, okay, well, now you have to define like what is what is like reality.
That's
right?
True, it gets really
because you can't really say like the current state you are in is reality, because you never actually know. So the Tsukuyomi, it's like, well, if you are in the infinite Tsukuyomi, can that be considered like the reality now, since you are in that indefinitely? It's hard to say. Like it's hard to say like what is the true reality. Like we could just be in the Matrix right now and not know. But this movie did make me start questioning that though, because like I guess I never went too in depth as to like how these realities would be in these infinite Tsukuyomis, and I feel like this movie portrayed that really well. It's like, damn, Naruto would have had, like, let's say if to the point where everything started turning for the plot reasons, right? He said like he in this world he has everything, and that's true. Like, is it really a bad thing for them to feel happy and fulfilled, even if it is fake? But then it's not fake for you because you are living in that reality, right? It's only defined as fake from someone that's from an outsider perspective, but it's like, if you're in that reality itself, like, who's defining what is fake or not?
I mean, if you don't remember where you really came from, then I guess you couldn't accept it. So that's that was like the turning point for Naruto, finding out that Kushina and Minato, right? were the same people. Because that was it for him. Like,
yeah,
he couldn't accept it.
Yeah, I mean that's what I mean though, because like if you're actually in the Infinite Tsukuyomi, you aren't actually aware of what happened
one,
before.
The main
right?
one you don't actually know.
Yeah, so in that case, it's like it kind of seems like a good thing because like you're basically placed in an ideal reality for yourself.
Yeah, and
for you will never actually be aware of what is the true reality.
It's just the
no
way
one actually knows what the true reality is.
Yeah, but it's based off where they're from, right? So even in the beginning, the main storyline when they were stopping Madara, right? Because he wanted to do that. Yeah, everyone was still against it.
Yeah, but I think it's just because they haven't experienced it yet.
I mean, they experienced it, they didn't like it. I don't know. I guess maybe some people would be okay with it, but then, like I said, yeah, it's fake. Yeah, Madara kind of didn't give them the option. Yeah, because that one. He needs to do the whole world, right?
To do the whole world, yeah.
Whereas this one, if he kind of just offered it, I don't know how it would work.
But that's the issue with it, right? Like, no one's like... I don't think people are likely to take up on that offer when you are aware of the current reality. Because now you have a definition of what is the real reality is the one that you're in. And the Infinite Tsukuyomi reality is the fake one, right?
Exactly.
But if you're actually in the fake Tsukuyomi reality, you would never actually be aware of a different reality. So... in that case, that is your whole realm. That is your reality. That would be true to you. So but it doesn't work out like ethically.
Yeah. But obviously, like another thing would be like, did time pass when they were gone?
I don't think it did because they just like blinked and
they're just back. So it's like, okay, man, you guys can just go into this alternative universe, train for like 100 years or something, come back out in 1 second, you're super strong.
Yeah, I wonder if that works like that, right? Eh? Yeah.
Like that's another alternative thing. Like that's. And what happens? Okay, like with the cape disappeared. When he came back, right? But then it's kind of weird how Madara is trying to take his nine-tailed fox since the real one, and he can bring it back to the real world, but he can't bring the fake stuff back.
Because the Naruto is from the real world.
Yeah.
So if he takes the nine-tailed fox, then it's technically taking something that's from the real world within the fake world, but he's bringing it back to the real world. So it should still exist in the real world. Yeah,
there's no way he could actually abuse it.
Yeah, so he can't take like a fake a nine-tailed fox from the fake world and bring it back to the real world.
I was just imagining what if Naruto got 2 nine-tailed foxes and then he goes back into the real world and then it will happen for like 10 seconds. Because he had his cloak for 10 seconds before it disappeared, so I'm assuming he could have used it.
Yeah,
something ridiculous.
But they can never. But Toby already said like he can never actually recreate that same reality, right? Like it's only created that one time, so that thing is like gone now. They can never actually go back.
Just
the
whole idea of this universe is just so weird.
Yeah, it was so cool. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I love this movie. This is great. It was so entertaining.
I was so emotional too. Like I don't think any of the other movies got me that riled up. I think it's because they were pulling so much from the main plot that I was like you already this feels real.
Like you see the backstory and everything already. Like we've seen it like a million times basically, but in this movie it's done really well. Like it's almost like remastered.
The timing of the scenes were done really well too, right? Like although it was a flashback, it was adding to what was going on within the movie. Like sometimes they add flashbacks in the actual show, and it's like, oh god, like
they replay the same thing. Like it's the same thing, but this one they like redo it.
They did it. I think they placed it well. Yeah. I was starting to fall into that genjutsu, man. I was like starting to think like, oh, maybe he doesn't have to leave here. Yeah,
right. During that moment when he's having fun, right?
Like
I do agree.
The part where they're like blowing the candles and he's like laughing like so happily and like just genuinely having a really good time with his parents. Like that part made me feel like, god damn, maybe this genjutsu's not that bad. Yeah. But then it's when when they showed us that they had fear. I think that's when the reality hit back for us too. We were kind of like in the same situation as Naruto.
Yeah, we're like, what?
Thing. Like everything that Naruto and Sakura were feeling, we were kind of like feeling the same thing. Like from when they met Toby to like actually meeting everybody and they were all acting different, and then how Naruto felt about the whole situation. Like, we were just like, oh, those guys are frauds, and then immediately after we're like, oh, and then we're like, okay, no, we can't do this.
Yeah, literally we were like, we kind of questioned it, kind of accepted it, and then we went back to reality. Okay, no, this is not how it is.
Okay, we gotta go back here and talk about this. Holy crap, that scene was so epic. I can't get over that he did that.
I'm so surprised he even thought of it.
When he was running with the kunai too.
Everything was the same.
Every single thing. I swear they just used like the same animation, but then just changed like
the way he looks.
The way he looked.
Yeah.
Honestly, they didn't even have to change much because even his hair looks so similar.
See, it looks exactly the same. Like this moment right here. Like honestly, you can't even tell if that was Naruto from the previous scene.
Oh my god, that's so hot. That scene had me like shivers. That was so cool.
Minato would have been proud.
Yeah, right. The real Minato. I don't feel like this world's Minato and Kushina can even comprehend what's going on, right? Because they're not in like the same fighting level as the real ones.
Like from their standpoint, it's just like their kid Naruto is like telling them, "I'm not from this world." They kind of just have to go with it. It's kind of weird if you think of it on their end.
Yeah, and then this part was really painful too, because it's like, despite him knowing that this whole thing was fake, he still acknowledged like this is potentially like what his life could have been like, right? And like, even though they are in a different reality, these are still his parents in that reality. And like whatever he felt during those moments that they were together, those were actually genuine.
They were real, yeah.
That was so sad. Because he's like never experienced any of that before, and he finally actually got just a glimpse of it. Like,
but I feel like it's because he had his real parents that he respected them. That's what helped him move forward. Because like if he didn't know, how Minato was or Kushina loved him, then I guess maybe he would have fell for this.
Yeah, if he never actually knew,
before Pain, if this happened before Pain arc, and then Naruto didn't know about Minato and Kushina, then I would say he would probably be okay with it.
Yeah, like if he never actually met them and knew like what the character they are and everything.
That internal dialogue and everything like that, then I think Naruto would have stayed here, but...
But it's because he knows his real parents and he loves and respects who they are.
Yeah, as people. Like what they told him, how much they care for him, what they did for the village and everything. Like,
because if he accepts these people, it's like he's disregarding and disrespecting his real parents, right? But because he loves and respects them so much, he can't accept this, even though this is what makes him feel so fulfilled and happy. He still can't do it. And like he's grateful for the hardships that he had to go through and everything else, right? Like he's grateful for what his parents have done for him, right? Because before, I think in the start, it's like he felt like, oh, why are you guys not here? But then now, after the show ended, he's thinking like, I'm grateful for everything that they have done for me. That was really sweet. Oh my god, that's such a good movie. I can't get over it.
I'm surprised how good it is.
I was so happy, yeah. It was so enjoyable. But
the plot was so good.
Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed that video, please hit the like button below. It really helps us out a lot. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you get notified when we post more videos. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!
Peace!